Hello everybody and welcome to SolidCode. Right now we're going to continue with the third part of this series. In the last video I left the platform in color black, but so I just did some changes. So as you can see now it's blue and the background of the empty spaces is white, so it's more similar to the game that I have. So first of all, I did here some refactoring. I put some constants here, and also I changed the diameter of the spaces, and also I moved the canvas a little bit so it could be more centered in the screen, and also I changed the background of the screen. So right now what we need is the function that let us put pieces here inside inside the platform. So let's code that. So first of all, I'm going to do a simple function that it could be like let put piece on platform. So we are going to receive a piece. Also we need the platform. Sorry, here I need to equals this to an arrow function. So we have here the piece. Also we need the platform, and what we need is something like platform that insert, for example, or something similar, and send the piece by parameter, right? Sorry, made a mistake. So we need something similar to that, so but we need to code it. So let's see how can we do this. So for example, if we click here, we need the piece to be inserted, right? So we can use the onClick function that P5.js has. So if we go here and search for P5.js onClick, let's see what do we have. So we have the mouse press, the mouse drag, and the mouse release, but this is not what I am looking for. Let's see the mouse clicked. So we need something similar to this, right? After a click, we need to do that. We need to do something. In our case, is just put the piece inside the platform. So let's do this. So we are going to copy this, and we are going. First of all, we need to do this, the mouse click function, just to see that it's working. We can do a console log and just print something here. Sorry, I need to change the language of the keyboard. Okay, so to see if it works, we go to the console, refresh here, and let's see if after a click, okay, after a click we see the console log, so the function is working, but we need to make it more to do what we need. So what I will do is that, for example, each time that someone clicks, we need to put the piece on platform, right? So I'm going to copy this, and also we will need to send by parameter the piece and the platform that we are using in the game. So we need to insert it, so I'm going to code that function because it could be a little bit long, but just to be sure, what we need is to map. As you know, the canvas in P5.js works with X and Y positions, that is just pixels, but what we need is to map those pixels to current values of the platform. For example, this one is the value row 0, column 0 in the platform, right? This is 0 in the rows and 1 in the columns, and like that. So if you need something of knowledge about a matrix because you don't know how it works, you can see all the videos that we have done, and And there we explain a little bit more the way that the matrix works. But so what we need is to map the x and y positions to actual positions in the matrix. So we need something similar like this. I'm going to find. Okay, so what we need is this function. So I'm going to code it and I'm going to explain it later. Hello, so I just finished the coding of the function to put the piece on the platform. I use the map function, and this function maybe is a little bit complicated, so I want to use the P5.js page in order to explain it. So here, as you can see, what it does, the map, is to take a value, take the lower bound of the value's current range. In our case is the 0 in x, the maximum, which is the width, and then the minimum of the target's range and the maximum of the target's range. In our case, we need to map that value to the rows, so we start on 0 and the maximum of rows. We do the same for the columns. I have explained this in other videos that we have used this function. I'm doing here some console logs in order to explain a little bit better. And as you can see here, we access the matrix, and we create a new piece that is a copy of the piece that we are using. So in that case, it's going to work better. Now, what we need to do next is, for example, first of all, let's see how it actually works. I'm going to refresh the page. I'm going to do this a little bit more. So as you can see here, let me do this here. Right now, if I click here, this little thing here disappears, and as you can see, the mapped value is 0, and the mapped value for the y is 1.55, etc. But if we map the value, we need to use the floor function in order to make it an integer, and right now it is working. As you can see, if I click here, this one disappears. It is not that it is disappearing, right? For example, right now here we have a piece, but we are not seeing it because let's see how we coded the function to show the platform. We said that, for example, if the piece is equal to null, we show an empty space, but if not, we show the piece, right? So what we need to do is to add the color of the piece to the show function in the piece, right? But actually here we have the color, in this case is red, right? And then we draw the circle. So what we need to do is troubleshoot why are we not seeing it, right? So I'm going to troubleshoot that. So the problem I was making, the issue that I had was that I was doing bad the copy using the structuring. I need to troubleshoot more because I usually use the structuring, so but right now I don't have the time, so I just create a new piece with the values of the piece that we are moving, and that's going to make it work. So if we go here and see how it's working now, we can see that if we put here the copy of the piece, it is going to work. So we have something similar to the game. In the next episode we are going to put the rules. For example, I cannot put a piece here. The piece needs to go to the bottom, and also we will start playing with different pieces and to assign the rules. So thanks for watching and see you next time.